In this session, we are going to discuss how exactly we can simplify reference management using Mendeley desktop software. So let's discuss steps that you need to follow while using Mendeley desktop. Mendeley desktop is a freely available software and it is useful for reference management. You have to download the setup file from the mendeley.com, then install that software by running the setup file. Once setup is complete, then open the software and register yourself with the mendeley.com. After registration, you can log in and start using this software. Let me show you steps that we are following for installing the software. So if you double click on the setup icon, first it will ask for license agreement, accept it. Then it will ask for destination folder and it will tell you that space requirement is 173 MB. Go ahead with the default settings. It will tell you about creating start menu folder. Click on the install button and once the installation is complete, then you can finish the setup and you can directly run the Mendeley desktop software. If you open Mendeley desktop first time, then it will ask you either for login or for the registration. So you need to register yourself by giving your details, mainly as an email ID. And after registration, your account is created on mendeley.com and then you have to log in with your email and password. So let's go ahead and demonstrate the Mendeley desktop software. So now I am going to access Mendeley desktop software using my own account. I need to give email ID and password for my account. You can click on the button stay signed in so that you don't need to log in again and sign in to your account. So these are the references I already have related with my PhD thesis. Let's go ahead and create a new folder and do all these steps again one by one. So there is an option create folder, click on that. Suppose I want to write a new research paper for a conference. So I am creating a folder conference paper. Now you can see that conference paper, it is an empty folder right now. I need to add research papers in this folder. So use the add button and click on the add files menu over there. So there are certain research papers with me. Let me add all these research papers here. Select all files and say open. So this way I can add research paper. So whatever papers I am going to refer for writing this conference paper, I will add all that papers here. Now once you add all papers, then you can do different things over here. So what I can do is I can click on one paper and I can export BibTeX entry of that paper. So right click on the paper and use the button export. So let me save the BibTeX entry of the paper on my desktop with the name t1.bib. Let me go to the desktop and open that file t1.bib. I'll open it with the Notepad++. And you'll see that this is a BibTeX entry of the paper that I'm going to refer in my research article. So I don't need to go to the publisher website. I don't need to find out the BibTeX entry over there. All these things are automatically done by the Mendeley desktop for you. Let's again go back to the Mendeley desktop software. Suppose I want to create a BibTeX entry for all papers that I want to refer in my research article. So select all papers by Ctrl A. Right click here and use the button as export. Let me again create the file on desktop with all.bib. Make sure the extension of the file should be .bib here. Let me go to the desktop and open that file. open it with Notepad++, and you'll see that all BibTeX entries of research paper that I want to refer are available to me readily. So this way, creating .bib file task is very much simplified by the Mendeley desktop software. Now once you create this folder, this data is available to you over the cloud. So if you move to another location, you want to access it from another computer, then simply you can log into the Mendeley desktop and all data will be readily available to you. Similarly, if you double click on any of this paper, then that paper will be open for you. There is a button for synchronization so that your content which is there locally, it will be synchronized with the content which is there on the cloud. So this way, Mendeley desktop software is very much useful for handling the references in easier way. Thank you and see you again.